Yo, what it do, YouTube, man? Coming out with another fire video today, man. And today we're going to be talking about motivation versus discipline. Guys, if we all know, motivation will get you, far in life, but discipline will get you farther than motivation, man. And I want to go ahead and start off and read the definition first. I will be explaining motivation. Guys, the definition of motivation is the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Meaning, somebody has, the actually momentum, the energy, the enthusiastic way of, try to reach to their goals or whatever they trying to achieve in their life. But that only lasts for a certain amount of time. There's going to be days where you're going to run into some storms and some bad days where you're going to run into some problems and situations where that motivation can put that fire out. Now, what you going to do then? Are you going to still continue to do what you was going to do yesterday? Or are you going to still have that same energy that you had yesterday or a couple of days ago? Are you still going to have that momentum that you had earlier right now during these bad days and these stormy days? Are you going to let your fire be put out from one simple bad situation? You going to let that stop you? Motivation is good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. There's going to be times where motivation will kick into you. You know what I'm saying? Where you going to want to do things, even harder than you was before, which is also great because you need to go hard. But motivation can stop most of us from, getting to where we want to be at because something happened or it's a bad day or we don't feel like doing it or we're just too tired or we just choose when we want to turn up. But guys, you can't let that happen. If you really want something in your life, you cannot let that bother you. You cannot let that put the fire out of you. Seriously. Motivation is a thing where it lasts temporarily. A lot of guys can have motivation in a moment and feel like this momentum can keep going on and on. But I promise you, when that time comes, when it feels tired, when it gets really harder, when bad situations come to interrupt your grind, bro, you have to keep going. And that's what the discipline comes in. That's why I like discipline over motivation, because discipline is going to get you farther in life. It's going to get you to get the things done that are you planning on doing throughout the day done. No matter how bad it is, no matter how tired you get, no matter how hard it gets. Discipline will carry you farther. You're going to know you're going to be disciplined enough to the point where you don't even need motivation. You already made this a habit. You already promised yourself, no matter how hard this is, no matter what this path throws at me, I'm going to keep going all the way. Because I'm so disciplined into what I am focused on. I can't let nothing stop me. I know what I need to get done. I'm so disciplined enough. If I make excuses and don't do it, I know I will fail. I know the job won't be complete. Mission failed. Now, one thing I like, and I'm going to read out the definition exact of discipline. And discipline, I'm trying to tell you guys, discipline can get you far in life. If you increasing your discipline, you know what I'm saying, you controlling yourself where you don't feel like doing it. You hearing that inner voice telling you don't go because you're tired or you just need to relax. Discipline will eliminate all those type of excuses from stopping you where you need to be in life. So I'm about to pull up the discipline definition. And right here, the practice of training people to obey rules or code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience, that was the first one. But the second one says, a branch of knowledge, typically one study in higher education. And then the verb of it, train to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. I know it has an extra person where you're going to get punished, but think of it as this: life is your punishment. Life will be the judge to punish you for whatever you do. The time when you stop going to the gym, life will punish you by making you fat, by punish you by letting people pick on you or anything, or punish you with these diabetics or being obesity or any of that type of stuff. Life will punish you. Just think of that. Not just think about your parents is giving you discipline on not to, you know what I'm saying, go out there and hurt those kids or whatever. Or go out there and start stealing or whatever. We understand that part. But I'm just talking about when you start getting older, when you actually being a grown man and you put those man pants on, discipline is going to come from life. Things that you shouldn't be doing. Let me give you an example, guys. One thing that is the biggest thing that happened in my life, I used to be a sports car guy. I'm gonna admit, I used to love, driving sports cars. I had a nice sports car all the way up from a Mustang. And then I had a Nissan 350Z, if you know what that is. And then after that, I had a Nissan 370Z Nismo. All right, guys, at a young age, we did a lot of stupid things, but those punishments discipline us very fast. And this is what makes us a man who we are today, because the actions of the punishments that came through from our bad behavior and our bad knowledge. So I used to have this 370Z Nismo, man, and I used to be a little cocky at one point. I used to not know common sense by, driving fast on the highway, going to all these hothead car meets and doing all this type of stuff, and it wasn't really getting me nowhere. But, instead, I was investing my money into car parts. I was investing my money into stuff that wasn't giving me money back. And then eventually I had engines blown down. I started getting in loan debts. I started, getting so bad in debt to the point where I couldn't handle no more. And it was to the point where I was like, this is something that I shouldn't be doing. This is something that is not going to make me better. And life disciplined me with that. When it started putting me into loan debt, when it started putting me into having low money and no car for months, so I had to get off my butt and start working 2-3 jobs at the same time and try to pay it off so I can get me a car. Well, I had to drive my parents a car around a lot. I started to realize that life disciplined me into becoming a better person, knowing that I shouldn't even be abusing a car like that. I shouldn't even be investing so much money into a car that's not going to get me nowhere but straight up trouble and financial debt. So I had to realize, okay, this is something that I don't need to do today in my life. I need to do something to build up my character into becoming better, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's making more money, whether it's doing YouTube, whether it's going and talking to you guys to, make lesser mistakes as you get older. Something that you can learn from, even from me. You know what I'm saying? And there's things that I don't know about you that I can learn off you, but at the same time, you start realizing, bro, like a lot of things that, that punish you in life, and it was hard and you was mad and you was frustrated, it actually turned out into being a better positive result, because you started realizing the things that I went through made me a better man today. It made you more disciplined, not motivated. You can't say that, oh man, I came and paid off some loans, or I got out of my debt and stuff like that, and I know not to do that anymore, and I'm motivated. Like, that don't even make any sense. You gain more discipline to your character. You gain knowledge to not what to do and what not to do. Simple. Discipline always comes with, life struggles, punishments, heartbreaks, any of that type of stuff. It disciplines you into becoming a better person. And this is why I like discipline. And I'm choosing the word discipline in today's video that it won over motivation. Now, motivation can get you to do a lot of great things in your life. Don't get me wrong. Motivation can push you to a higher, energetic standard level to doing the things that you want to do in your life. It can also bring you back to the person who you need to become for a moment, but you got to be willing to stay on track no matter what's the bumps and bruises on the roads that you're going through. But that all comes down to discipline. Discipline stays with you forever. But is it willing how you take the discipline? Are you going to take the discipline of being consistent, knowing what not to do, knowing what to do to better yourself? Motivation can't go that far for you. It's only an energetic, temporarily moment that you have where your fire is heating up so bad to the point you're going to do stuff when you feel like doing it. And that's the thing. A lot of us guys, the motivation, we choose motivation and rely on motivation by listening to a couple videos or listening to other people or seeing the cars or the house or seeing the money that we could bring in. But we see it at that moment temporarily, and then we go home, and then we forget about that stuff. We get right back on the game. We start picking on them bags of chips. We start eating all that food. You got to realize, bro, that I'm disciplined. Whatever I'm trying to do, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to be locked in. I'm going to be focused. I'm going to do this consistently, whether if I don't want to do it. Bro, I go to the gym all the time, bro. I go to the gym a lot. I always eat chicken and rice and broccoli every time I work during break. Then I start eating peanut butter egg sandwiches in the morning and 2 bananas and 2 peanut butter egg sandwiches in the morning. The whole entire week. I probably get 1 cheat day. Sometimes I may do a little 2 cheat day, maybe 1 day and a half. But other than that, bro, I'm eating straight boring ass food. I'm talking about the food that nobody don't want to eat. Something that a lot of people don't even think about eating. And the reason why I continue to eat these type of foods and hitting the gym is because I have the discipline. Because I know if I can continue to keep doing this, it's gonna better my health. It's gonna better my physique. It's gonna better my energy levels. I'm gonna be able to live longer if I eat those type of foods, real foods, not processed foods. This is going to help me become better, and my discipline kicks in, which gives me the bonus of making it a habit. Just accepting the fact that I'm doing this on an everyday, daily basis, no matter what, how I feel, or if I'm looking at some chips or some cakes and stuff like that, I have the discipline. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it because this ain't my cheat day, and I'm going to stay consistent to what I've been planning on doing for the past 6-7 months. And that's how you got to do, bro. You got to realize, bro, you can't be motivated. You got to be disciplined. See, motivated, you go be like, yo, I'm not going to do it, man, because I know I'm getting gains. I feel good. And then eventually, you feel like you ain't getting no gains. The progress is getting a little slower. And now you go, that motivation go away. That fire inside of you start going away. And then that's when you just go back and start eating junk food just because you feel like it's going to slide. But that's the same thing when you trying to do something in your life, bro. When you trying to develop a business or going to learn things or reading books or staying on track, bro, discipline kicks in a lot on stuff like that. It does. When you trying to, start a little business on the side, when you starting to maintain your money, trying to make more money and stuff like that, bro, putting the extra hours in, bro, not a lot of people can do that. Not a lot of people can work 2 jobs and try to become better or more financially better and try to invest into something else to try to make more money so they can become their own boss. Not a lot of people willing to do that because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work ethic. It takes a lot of your energy. It takes a lot of your comfortable time, such as playing a game or talking to that girl all night or whatever that makes you comfortable throughout the day. Not a lot of people can do that. But you have to be disciplined in order to do those things. See, motivation, you can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4 days out of the week. And then the other 3 days, you just forgot what the hell you did the past 4 days. You start doing other shit that you shouldn't be supposed to be doing the next 3 days. So you got to realize to yourself, bro, am I rather just be motivated person or do I want to be a disciplined person? And to me, bro, I think you should gain discipline, go through the punishments that you is now, bro, and let discipline be your favorite character. Let that download as your personality, that this man got some discipline. I trust him. He's going to be consistent whether if he's going to do or not. And this was going to make you successful. That's today's video today. I do not want to make this video long, man. I'll see y'all to the next video. Peace.